Filmmakers are tired of getting scammed, but there is hope. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you 8 green flags to keep an eye out for that will help you separate the legitimate film festivals from the scams. My name is Rudy Womack, and this is the Film Festival Guide. Last time, I covered 9 film festival red flags, warning signs that a film festival might be a scam. If you're interested in that video, click the link below. Today, I'm doing the reverse. Film festival green flags, signs that a film festival is above board and legitimate. Now, to be clear, not every film festival is going to have all or even most of these green flags. Think of this as a guideline to help you make informed decisions. And as always, I strongly encourage you to do your research before you submit to any film festival. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. Green flag number 1. Live events. The most important aspect of a legitimate film festival is live events. Now, yes, it is true. Some scam festivals do have live events. However, broadly speaking, if a film festival has live events, that's a good sign. From live screenings to live Q&As to parties and networking events to panels and workshops, tours, markets, even other art shows like galleries or concerts. Live events take time, money, and manpower to put on. If a festival is a scam, they're going to want to limit this expenditure as much as possible so they can maximize profits. Legitimate festivals, on the other hand, will make as many and as robust of live events as they can. This helps them attract more filmmakers, more industry, more audience, more attention. If you are looking to submit to a film festival and it has a live event, you are off to a very good start. Green flag number 2. Venue. A good festival has a good venue. The last thing that you want is to be screening on someone's driveway or in the back of a crowded bar. When you are researching festivals, look into their venue. If the venue is legitimate, like a movie theater, converted stage theater, art house theater, or performance arts facility, it's likely cost the festival some money to get in there, which means they are spending money on filmmaker experience. It also likely means that there's going to be some kind of quality control for picture and sound. As a note and a small warning, there are tons of legitimate festivals that have their primary theater as a movie theater. However, they have satellite theaters or alternate theaters for smaller screenings. Sometimes they'll make improvised theaters or use conference rooms. As a matter of fact, we do this over at the Wyoming International Film Festival. Our primary theater is a performance arts theater, but we also utilize a converted conference room for some screenings. Now, I think we're pretty straightforward about this over at YOIFF. We write it on Hike, we write it on FilmFreeway. However, not every festival is going to be that forthcoming if they are going to be doing screenings in an improvised theater, which means you need to do your research. Now, before we move on, I'd like you to take 5 seconds and give this video a like and subscribe. It's a small effort by you, but it goes a long way to supporting this channel. Thank you very much. Green flag number 3. Press and pictures. Now, the difference between a good festival and a great festival is the amount of press and media in attendance. The best and biggest festivals will get all the trades like Deadline, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and so forth. Smaller or regional festivals will get media presence from that region, and they may even attract independent reporters, bloggers, podcasters, and so forth. Either way, if the festival is good enough to attract the attention of any kind of media, that is a solid green flag that it's a legitimate film festival. Just remember, small festivals may not get the big trades, but likewise, the big trades may not want to cover your film. Any type of press that you can get on your movie is positive, so don't overlook the underdogs. Green flag number 4, organization. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, you are probably an independent filmmaker, and as an independent filmmaker, you know how much can go wrong on set. Well, let me tell you, live events are the same way. They take tons of planning, preparation, and a coordinated effort from dozens, sometimes hundreds of people. A well-organized film festival is akin to a well-organized film production, and a smooth operation is entirely dependent on good organization. If the staff communicates well, if they handle problems professionally, and if they're generally putting in effort to create a good experience for filmmakers, that's all a great sign you're working with a legitimate film festival. Do you know any particularly well-organized film festivals? Well, if you do, drop their names in the comments below. I'd love to check them out. Maybe I can get an interview with them in the future. Moving on to green flag number 5, sponsors and partners. The first time I ever attended FilmQuest, one of their primary sponsors was Coca-Cola. My immediate first thought was, wow, these guys are legit. Think about it. If a big corporate sponsor wants to throw money at a film festival, it's a quick indicator of a few things. It shows the festival has been around, it has a community presence, it has an audience presence, it has scale and quality, and overall commercial viability. Corporations are profit-driven. So if they are willing to sponsor a film festival, that means they see a commercial opportunity. That's a fancy way of saying big corporate sponsor equals legitimate film festival. It goes further than that. Community sponsors are just as important and an indicator of a healthy festival. Partnerships are also important. If the festival partners with industry groups, organizations, NPOs, film schools, film offices, tourism boards, or anything else industry-centered, it's generally a great sign of a legitimate film festival. I often tell people before they submit to a film festival, while considering the 100 other things that you have to consider, look at their sponsors. Good sponsors will do a lot of the vetting for you. Green flag number 6, reps and agents. To be perfectly clear, most, and I do mean most, legitimate film festivals don't attract sales reps, agents, distributors, or managers. Those folks don't like to leave their office. Time is money, after all. And in the digital age, it's far more cost-effective to send a Vimeo screener than it is to get on an airplane and go to a film festival. That said, if a festival does attract reps, managers, salespeople, or agents, that is a telltale sign you are working with a legitimate film festival. This is not just limited to big companies either. There are many markets with smaller reps, regional agencies, and small distributors. If those folks take time from their day to show up at a film festival, you're in good hands. Any festival that can draw attention from the gatekeepers is likely to be legitimate. Now, just like the corporate sponsors, these people do not waste time with low value or scam film festivals. Green flag number 7, travel and accommodation. Again, it must be said that most legitimate film festivals are not going to provide any kind of travel or accommodations. It gets very expensive, and here in the United States, there is next to no financing for that sort of thing. However, if a festival does offer any kind of travel voucher, stipend, per diem, fee, or reduced accommodations, that's a telltale sign the festival is above board and legitimate. Not only is the festival in a healthy financial situation, it also means they have the time, the manpower, and the expertise to help dozens, if not hundreds, of filmmakers with getting in and out of the festival. It takes a lot of money and a lot of effort behind the scenes to provide travel and accommodations for filmmakers. And you can sure bet that a scam festival is not going to go through that kind of an effort. Moving on to the final green flag number 8, screening fees. Screening fees in the United States and Canada are pretty rare, and looking worldwide, they're still not that common. But if a film festival does provide a screening fee, it's 100% guaranteed to be a legitimate film festival. Now, festivals that give screening fees usually only give them to features, which means if you have a short film and don't get a screening fee, while annoying, it doesn't mean the festival is any less legitimate. If you find a film festival that has a history of paying screening fees, I will bet you they probably also have a number of these other green flags. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And I'd like to hear from you down in the comments section. Are there any green flags that you like to keep an eye out for before you submit to film festivals? I'm going to have another video coming up pretty soon, so I hope you guys keep an eye out for that. And until then, I will see you on the circuit.